A very good morning to everyone, and thank you for tuning into the Bulletin. You are listening to the club station of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, ZS6STN, which is operated today from the shack of ZS6NDV. A warm welcome to everyone on frequency. Club Bulletin is broadcast every Sunday at 8:45 local time on the following frequencies: 145-700 FM in the 2-meter band, 7115 megahertz low side band on the 14-meter band. Today via the relay of the shack of old ZR6DX and Echolink ZS6STN-R. In case anyone doesn't know yet, the Marius normally also uploads records the Bulletin, and Keith uploads it to the Sandton Amateur Radio Club's YouTube channel. So if you're not aware of that, go to YouTube and look for the Sandton Amateur Radio Club ZS6STN. You'll start finding the bulletins and other tech talks and such there as well for history for you to listen to at your leisure. So keep that in mind. And if you're out there listening to this morning's bulletin, please call in after the news. It's great to know who's out there listening. Okay, first up we have club birthdays. I've got a few birthdays the week ahead. Marina's birthday today, ZS6 Bravo Mike. We've got Patrick tomorrow the 29th, ZS6PAT. Silent key, but we'll mention him nonetheless. Johan Latsky, ZS6KY will be on the 31st. We've got ZR6 Whiskey Tango Stuart on the 3rd, and we have Leslie ZS6AKI on the 4th. So very happy birthday to those club members. Okay, in general ham radio news, we're going to read the SRL portion of the news today. The 2024 National Convention, the February 2024 Radio ZS, and club/contest news. Stay tuned for more information. The 2024 National Convention, the Cape Town Amateur Radio Club Centre, CTARC, will be hosting the 2024 SARL National Convention at the Garden Court, Nelson Mandela Boulevard, corner Melbourne and Coronation Roads in Cape Town. There'll be a welcoming cheese and wine function in the hotel pub area from 1700 to 1900 on Friday evening, the 19th of April, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central African Time. On Saturday the 20th of April, the annual general meeting will be held in the conference room at the hotel. Tea and coffee will be served. The annual general meeting will be a face-to-face meeting with streaming. Lunch will be for your own arrangements. Saturday afternoon will be a leisure, and a shuttle bus has been arranged to take delegates and partners, etc., to the DNA waterfront. There will be a small charge for this. The CTARC clubhouse will be open that afternoon from 1400 to 1600 for any of the delegates who wish to visit the CTARC clubhouse in Rondebosch. And it will also be open for some refreshments. Transport can be arranged if necessary. That Saturday evening is the Gala Awards dinner. Arrival 18:30 for 1900. This year it will be a 3-course buffet dinner with tea and coffee included. The dress is smart casual. Sunday morning, 21st of April, the out-of-town delegates will prepare to head home after breakfast. Council is preparing a SARL communication with all details, which will be sent out in the coming week. See you in Cape Town in April. Okay, next topic is listed, the Ham Spirit. April is a June time. This year it's kindly been hosted by Cape Town. We have all been exposed to the shrinking rand problem and hear how expensive or unaffordable it is to go to Cape Town for the AGM. Guy at ZS6GUI proposes to the men and women of Cape Town to back a buddy Open your home to an out-of-town amateur and host them at your house. Take them to the AGM and gala dinner and help reduce the cost and maybe even make a friend. If you'd like to do this, or if you're looking for some accommodation, please email guyeels.ge@gmail.com, and let's see what can be done. Nice initiative of Guy there. Okay, next up is the February 2024 Radio ZS. The February 2024 issue of the Radio ZS will be available for download from the League's website from Monday, the 29th of January. The editor is finalizing the issue. Read about the 2024 SARL National Convention and the Mpumalanga Escarpment 5-Peak SOTA expedition. Chris, ZS6STN, tells us about his expedition to the Balkan countries, and Eva HB9FPM tells us about her Marconi 122 celebrating 122 years of amateur radio. We look at an easy, inexpensive voice gear, building a QRP arc transmitter, a folded dipole, the G4HOL loop antenna, and starting your junk box. Okay. In the museum piece, we look at knitting CW, and there is a South African connection. Also, FT8 visualization, and for the VHSs, there's a line of sight and not quite. You're listening to the news bulletin as the SARL. Okay, in club news, do you know of someone in the Pretoria area that would like to write the amateur radio exam in May? The Micheli's Amateur Radio Club is doing a course on Saturday starting from 10th of February 2024. Please visit our website, www.zs6mrk.org, for details. Find your food, fox hunt and social. Here's a challenge for the hungry fox hunters or wannabe hunters or socialites. On Friday afternoon, 2nd of February 2024, that's this coming Friday, we understand a VHF fox hunt running on 144.525 will be broadcasting within 2 kilometers of the Douglasdale police station just off the Corbin Road from 1430 CAT. We also understand that if you find the fox, you'll find your food, which is pretty awesome. And those who do not wish to participate in the fox hunt but also like to come along to get some food and socialize with fellow amateurs in their staff/families, the fox hunt master has indicated he will broadcast the venue on 145.700 Sandton repeater from 1730 CAT. So win-win all round. It's important to note that no foxes are hunted during the event, and there are some great prizes up for grabs. Please join us. The event is open to all, and we'd love to have you joining us. So yeah, that'll be great. I think for those who haven't done it before, fox hunting is a lot of fun, and unfortunately missed the last one, and I'll have to miss this one as well. But it seems like a nice twist to go and find Richard hiding in a restaurant, drinking a cold beer perhaps. Okay, next up is the Western Cape repeater working group news. The WCRWG thanks all who participated in the fundraiser arranged to sponsored by the Bombastic Amateur Radio and Accessories. They'll be drawing the prizes on Saturday, the 17th of February at the Bulletin Amateur Radio Club. Their first open meeting for the year. The meeting will be held at Umfosi's Furtrekker venue in Oakdale, Belleville, Cape Town, and starts at 11 a.m. There'll be a bring and braai afterwards, and all are welcome. For more information on Bombastic, visit shop.bombastic.co.za. Next up is contest news. Okay, did you enjoy or think you would enjoy QRP radio? I bet there's many out there saying no. Did you participate in the summer leg of the SARL QRP contest last week? If so, did you have fun? Here's a short teaser before the release of the SARL QRP contest results next week. The QRP contests are intended to be fun activities to promote QRP operations and experimentation, and judging by the feedback we received, it was fun and in some cases very experimental. A big thank you to all who participated, especially those who took the time to submit their logs. This is really appreciated. It really was a lot of fun. There was a couple of us who went out from our point of view as a group and kind of teamed up and operated some radios together, learned some lessons, having the 40 and 20 meter bands to work on, although 20 was not playing the game on the day. Having various modes to play with was a lot of fun, so really I am looking forward to the next leg, which I think is on the 6th of April if I'm not mistaken, but check the blue book, don't take my words for it. 17 logs were received. Some forgot to change power levels when switching from phone to digital, but most remembered to switch from 40 to 20 halfway through the contest. QSOs were made in all four modes, phone, CW, FT8 and JS8, with phone being the clear favorite. Many participants operated from field station, but QTHs were also well represented, with several QRPs indicating that they have identified opportunities to improve their operations for the next leg of the contest, which incidentally takes place, okay, there we go, takes place on Saturday the 6th of April from 1400 UTC. Put it in your diary now, as well as the date and when you need to submit your logbooks so they are submitted in time. Ask me how I know. Be sure to listen to next week for the results and announcement of various awards. In the meantime, you're welcome to speculate on who will receive the Summer QRP crown. Next up is help with the QSO. Thank you to Andy, ZS6 ADY, who made a QSO with Koki, sorry if I'm butchering that, JL1 JVT, for his All Africa Award. Submitted his application on Thursday, the 25th of January, to the SARL Awards Manager. Next up is propagation report. Okay, when we're reading the propagation report, the SARL news is nearly done. Hannes Kutsia, ZS6 BZP, reports that the solar activity is expected to be at a low to moderate level. There are currently 5 sunspot regions with simple to complex magnetic configurations visible. There is a high probability for C-class and low to moderate probability for M-class solar flares. If you want to do your own frequency predictions, the expected effective sunspot for the week will be around 98. The 10 to 30 meter bands will, especially in the early mornings and late afternoons, provide some good DX fun. Please visit the website spaceweather.sansa.org.za for further information. And finally, a diary of some upcoming events. The 31st of January, the closing date for the AGM motions and award nominations. Registration for the May RAE opens, and the closing date for the SARL Symposium paper proposals. The 2nd of February is the closing date for the 40-meter club logs. The 4th of February is the AWA CW Activity Day. The 9th of February is the closing date for the AWA CW logs. 11th of February is the HAMSAT activity. 13th of February is World Radio Day, sorry. The 14th of February is the Valentine's Day and the SARL 80-meter club contest. 16th of February is the closing date for the HAMSAT logs. 19th of February is the closing date for the 80-meter club logs. 21st of February is the Armed Forces Day. To conclude the bulletin of the SRL portion of the the news and a recap of the main news stories. The Cape Town Amateur Radio Centre, CTARC, will be hosting the 2024 SARL National Convention. Okay, all right, on to club news. It's time for anyone who has any club news that would like to share with us. Please go ahead. ZS6STN is standing by.
ZS6HI.
Good morning, Keith. Please go ahead. ZS6STN standing by.
And thank you for the bulletin this morning, and to Noel, thank you for the relay. I'll just give you a little bit of an update on things that have been or will be happening. So it was in the bulletin, but Friday evening there is a fox hunt and a dinner. So come along, find your food, and you don't have to be a fox hunter to join us, or even if you're struggling with a fox hunt, the fox hunt master Richard will announce the venue on the 145-700 repeater, as it's stated at 17:30 South African Standard Time, and then you can join us for dinner at 1800 hours. So that'll be a nice event on Friday evening. So prepare for that. Get your fox hunt equipment ready if you're going to do the hunt, but come along for dinner at 1800. And as you heard, it'll be somewhere within 2 kilometers of the Douglasdale police station, just off Pitcoppin Road. Then yesterday was the 40-meter club contest, and yes, we had a thunderstorm in my part of the world. I'm not sure how many people it affected, but eventually managed to get on and make a few contacts, which was a bit of fun. Had about 15 minutes or so to make some contacts and get some club points going, and there were some Santonites on frequency running around the 40-meter band making contacts, which is pretty awesome too. And with that said, the 80-meter club contest is on the Valentine's Day, the 14th. So 80 meters, it's another club contest where we get clubs for the points for the club. And as you're aware, we came in third last year on both the 40-meter and the 80-meter club contests, and we would certainly like to try and become second on both of those club contests. So as many participants as possible. It would be awesome on the 80-meter club contest taking place on Valentine's Day, the 14th in the evening. Yep, you can take your Valentine with you or have a chocolate while you're on there. Then Tech Talk on the 28th of February. So that is when our next Tech Talk will be. We're just finalizing the arrangements for the subject matter, but it'll be something that is of interest to all amateurs, so please put that in your diary. Wednesday evening, the 28th of February at 1900 South African Standard Time. And Matthew has put up his hand to host that one, so thank you very much for being the MC on that particular Tech Talk there, Matthew. And as Matthew mentioned, we are publishing the Tech Talks as well as the bulletins on our YouTube channel. So if you do miss something and you just want to go and check up on something, you can always go to the YouTube channel and listen through and or watch the Tech Talks and so on. So it's an awesome facility that we've introduced. Please make use of it. Then I do understand that there might be another fox hunt and social, but this one is a walk in the park. So I'm not sure if Richard ZS6 Delta Echo is on, our fox hunt master, but he might want to tell you a little bit about the next fox hunt, walk in the park fox hunt, which is later in February as well. And then finally, RAE. So unfortunately, one of our RAE lecturers has had to step down. And as you know, we are commencing with the RAE lectures around the 20th of February. This comes from our RAE manager, so maybe he's on frequency and can give us an update. But we are looking for one or two additional lecturers that could help out for that. One person has already put up their hand to do certain chapters, so a big thank you and a shout out to that person who's willing to become a lecturer, but we are looking for somebody else to contribute and be a lecturer on the RAE. So if you would like to get involved in the RAE and give a lecture to the new incoming amateur radio guys twice per year effectively for the RAE exam in the first half of the year, and then for the RAE exam in the second half of the year. It is done virtually, so you can do it from your QTH. You just obviously need to know the material so that you can provide insights to the students. So that's me. I think Matthew, ZS6STN, ZS6HI.
Okay, excellent. Thanks very much for that information, Keith. Much appreciated, and hopefully someone can help with the RAE there for lecturing. Is there anyone else on frequency with club-related news that would like to join in? Please go ahead. ZS6STN standing by.
ZR6DX, just on RAE.
Go ahead then, all ZR6DX, ZS6STN.
Good morning, ZS6STN, ZR6DX. Just to let everyone know that the registration process for the RAE opens on the 31st of January, so there's a few more days to go, and then you can register for the RAE on the online system. Further to that, Graham and I, ZS6, oh my goodness me, gee whiz. Well, we're going to start the Hammies on the Saturday, 10th of February, from 9 to 12 o'clock. So if you know anyone, young kids or anyone up to the age of about 14, 15 who would like to do the Class B course, the ZU license, then please get them to contact myself or Graham, or just pitch up there on at the National Amateur Radio Centre in Radio Corp on the 10th, February the 10th, and we should be there about 9 o'clock. We'll have teas and coffees and a bit of refreshments available as well on the day. So that'll be nice to kick off. It's going to be a very short course. We're going to do it over hopefully less than 6 weeks, 6 Saturdays, and so we're going to concentrate firstly on the just getting the licenses done, and then we'll do after that. We'll do a little bit of tech stuff after that as well, maybe a little bit of robotics here and there as well. Anyway, that's all from my side at the moment, Matthew, so back to you, ZS6STN from ZR6DX.
Yeah, okay, 100%. Noel, thanks very much for that. And the course side you were itching for ZS6 GL. I did have a little chuckle there. Okay, excellent, and it's great to hear that the Hammies are up and running again. Very, very nice to hear. Okay, that sounds like it's it. Alrighty, we'll call it a bulletin then, I think. Thanks everyone for listening, and we trust you've enjoyed the bulletin today. Please feel free to give any comments or constructive criticism. Thank you to the stations that assisted with the relays and broadcasts, and for those who contribute to the content from time to time. Join us again next Sunday at 8:45 CAT for the regular bulletin of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club. This brings a close to the weekly club bulletin for the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, ZS6STN. ZS6STN was operated today from the shack of ZS6